Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic.
So even though Will Smith works really hard on his goals, today I want to share one really big but hidden secret of his success that I've recently learned that I want you to also learn so you can achieve more in your life, get to your goals quicker with a lot less effort and a lot less self-discipline. So in almost every Will Smith interview, you can hear him talk about things like hard work, dedication, and really just pushing through that resistance to get the result that you want.
It's self-discipline.
But I want you to watch the next clip and see if you can pick up something very interesting.
You know, I figured, let me go turn the news on. And then it dawned on me, I was like, but the news agitates me. It's disruptive. I get aggravated. And I was like, nah.
So you can see Will was out in the Cayman Islands and he wanted to turn the news on. And he says the news is very aggravating to him, it's very distracting. But instead of doing what most people do and doing what Will's first point was and pushing through that noise, pushing through that friction, what he did is he didn't turn his TV on in the first place. He changed his environment first to make it easy for him to have self-discipline and then focus on what he wanted to focus on, whether that be work or relaxing or having fun.
I just really made a decision to myself today, just sitting here in the Cayman Islands, that I'm going to be quiet, I'm going to be still, and I'm going to be alone.
So you can see there's a layer deeper to self-discipline, and it's setting up your environment to remove things that may distract you. Make it easy for you to be disciplined. Make it easy for you to achieve your goals by creating the path of least resistance, lead to the outcome that you want. Here's another example of Will Smith removing negative friends and negative people from his life so it's easy for him to consistently work hard, be self-disciplined, and achieve his goals.
Seek those who fan your flames. The Philly translation of that is don't be hanging with no jank-ass jokers that don't help you shine.
So you can see the removal of these hurdles mean that you just don't even have to jump over it. You don't have to work extra hard when it's not necessary. And it's an important thing that most people miss when people talk about hard work. Hard work is they miss that they actually set up the environment that the hard work can be more effective because you're not set up with all these distractions and things that are keeping you back and holding you back from your goals. So not only can you remove the negatives and make the path of least resistance lead you toward your goal or the outcome that you want, you can also add things into your life that are going to accelerate that process.
The prerequisite for spending time with any person is that they nourish and inspire you. They feed your flame. There's been very few times in my life that I looked left or looked right and didn't find a person who believed and supported me.
So on top of friends, Will Smith wants to be in good shape. He wants to feed his mind really good food because that's the energy source. That's where you're going to make all these decisions from. And what he does to do that is, one, he travels with a full-time nutritionist because he knows that he's lacking willpower when the nutritionist is not there. He doesn't want to go and cook all his food. He also has a personal chef to actually make that food that the nutritionist suggests. So Will Smith has streamlined his life to make it easy for him to make the right choices. So when Will Smith has a big movie coming up that he has to get in a really good shape for, have a guess what he does. You know, he knows he has to work out harder than he ever has to work out before. So how can he add that to his life? How can he make the path of least resistance him working out and getting in good shape? Let's have a look.
Yeah, boot camp. We had a gym that was our own private gym. We took a sound stage and set up a gym. So at any given time, Karen plays katana, is doing sword work, and Adewale is trying to eat a person. So we're, lifting weights, and it was a great communal space.
So when Will wants to get in really good shape, he does not rely on just self-discipline, on driving 2 hours through traffic to get to the gym and working out and then going to his normal job and then having his family life on the side. He needs to make sure that it all lines up and it's all streamlined to be really, really easy to achieve his goals. So how can you take away from this video and make sure you learn from someone who's incredibly successful like Will Smith to achieve your goals, whether that be in fitness, whether that be in health, whether that be in business or entrepreneurship. You need to understand it's a 3-step process. The first is the most important step. It's setting your goal, because you have to understand that everybody has different goals. There's some people who just want to earn $1 billion, and their action steps are going to be very different for someone who wants to earn financial freedom and have as much fun and happiness in their life as possible. So set up, what is your goal? Let's go for an example of getting into really good shape. The second step is you need to know what action steps does it take to get there. And if you're not 100% sure, find someone who's done it before and either read their book or watch their videos and make sure you know what they did in order to get the result that you want to get. So for getting into really good shape, you want to drink a lot of water, you want to eat really healthy, you want to work out, and you want to get a lot of sleep. So we now have our goal and we now have our action steps, things that we need to do in order to get that goal. The third thing you need to do is a life audit. And this is what Will Smith has set up so perfectly in his life, and this is what I've started to do for myself, and it's made things 100 times easier. So in order to drink more water, I had my personal assistant fill up 7 1-liter bottles of water and leave them around my house, whether it be on the back of the toilet, on my desk, in the kitchen. So wherever I am, I'm within arm's reach of a water bottle, and I had to track and drink 7 liters of water every single day. For eating healthy, for staying healthy and making sure your mind and body gets the right nutrients to make all these amazing decisions and live your life to the fullest of its capabilities, you need to eat really well. So we had a meal delivery service deliver to our house 4 meals a day, which were all dairy-free, gluten-free, high in protein, high in healthy fats, things that are going to supercharge my mind and help me make the decisions that I want to make. And Will Smith has his own personal chef, which is definitely a little bit on the next level, but that can be a goal that we can all aspire to in the end, to have a team of people around us helping us to make sure that our life is as easy and as streamlined as possible in order for us to reach the goals that we have set for ourselves. For working out, I've recently got a pull-up bar and a cool set of adjustable dumbbells out on my balcony that I can work out at any time without having to drive about 20 minutes into the city and actually do my workout. Even though I like to go to the gym, some days I might just not make it, so I want to make sure that I'm reducing that resistance to getting to that gym. And of course, going to sleep. For myself, for getting better sleep, I've made sure that I've tried to be in bed by 10 p.m., but that doesn't always work. What does work is making sure that I get up at between 6:30 and 7:30 every single morning, no matter what time I go to bed, so that if I go to bed late, I'm gonna regret it, because I'm gonna be tired that next day and be looking forward to bed. So making sure that you have an alarm set somewhere away from your bed. I have a little sound device, it's Alexa, we can't say her name out loud, who goes off, and I literally have to get out of bed before I can turn my alarm off, and that helps me improve my sleep. So for yourself, you need to be like, what is my goal? What are the action steps that you need to get there to make it, and then how can you put that in your environment to make it easy for you to take those action steps which are going to take you to your goal? And if you're in entrepreneurship and you're looking to make money, make sure that you stay around people who are doing it. Make sure you're watching podcasts with people who are positive on it, who have results on it, and are reconfirming in your head that it's possible for you to do, and you be confident in that journey. That's going to encourage you to take the next steps. Make sure you cut out negative people from your life. If they're family or if there's a complicated issue, make sure you just don't take on the emotional baggage that comes with it. So how can you audit your life? Make sure you take the 3-step process and learn from Will Smith, and make sure that you have an easy time as possible with as little effort as possible to achieve your goals.